We'll call the meeting to order. Those of you who have phones and stuff like that, please shut them off. We'll start the meeting off with a prayer and then the Pledge of Allegiance. Bow our heads, please. Dear Lord, we thank you for this day and for the blessings we have received. We pray for your guidance during this council meeting. Help us all to use good judgment when making decisions for the community we serve. Also, Lord, we pray for our servicemen and women all over the world. Have your angels watch over them. Also, Lord, we pray for the sick, that you may bring them comfort. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call, please.
Jones?
Here.
Haver?
Here.
Hart?
Here.
Beverly?
Here.
Mark?
Here.
McCrasky?
Here. Okay, if everybody's reviewed the minutes from the last meeting, we will entertain a motion.
Just one minor, under Water and Sewer Refuse Committee, second paragraph. I think it was Beverly was asked how things are going on Haven Drive, 7 Miller. Right? Was that you, Ron? Or
I seen someplace where
second paragraph under water. Yeah, just Miller was asked how things are going on Haver Drive. Miller stated that he is waiting on surveys. I think that was Beverly. Oh, you were asked. Never mind.
Yeah, it's right.
You're right. I thought you asked. Yeah, it's fine. Sorry.
Okay. We'll
I make a motion we accept the
entertain a
minutes.
motion.
Second.
Okay, Bruce Hart makes a motion to approve July 6th minutes. Mark Haver seconds. Roll call, please.
McCrasky?
Yes.
Beverly?
Yes.
Haver?
Yes.
Jones?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Okay, going on, if everybody's had a chance to look at the bills, we have some discussion on those before we have a motion. Please speak.
EMH&T, $31,727.74.
A lot of that goes back to the aerial work, survey work that they've been doing the past few months. I mean, the vast majority of that fell under those two categories.
How much was their bill supposed to total?
518.
We paid spending that much money when I'm not seeing anything.
I got an update for
Okay, wonderful.
A couple below that, Ken, Feller Finch Capital Projects Engineering. Where did Feller Finch do engineering?
They were helping me with a $200,000 paving project. We'll probably have one more bill from them on that.
That was all I had. Anything else, Ron?
No, I have nothing.
When will we pay the bills?
And I'll second it.
All right, Vic McCrasky makes a motion to pay the bills. Ron Beverly seconds. Roll call, please.
Haver?
Yes.
Beverly?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Jones?
Yes.
McCrasky?
Yes.
Mark?
Abstain.
Next on the agenda, Planning Commission. Anything we need to speak on that?
I think we got anything going on.
No.
I'm aware of.
Okay. Going on, Cody,
Yeah.
you are on the agenda. You wish to speak on splash pad update?
Yeah,
You
I
want
was actually,
to go ahead there.
I was actually just wondering if there was any possibility that we could look into getting a splash pad for our park
Okay.
in town.
Have you spoken to the park board at all?
No, I haven't. I just wanted to put it out there, see if you guys.
I think it's an excellent idea. However, I would strongly recommend that you go through the park board first. That's presumably where it would be located.
Okay.
And it would most likely have to come out of their budget. Obviously, that comes from us, but I like the idea. I've had people approach me on that before, and I like the idea.
Okay. Yeah, I was just trying to get a feel out there and see what everybody thought. It tends to bring a lot of people in from numerous areas. I know I drive like half an hour to take my kids to Fort Wayne to play in them, and they love them. So
Do you have, or could you get, before you go to the park board, some type of cost projection?
Yeah, I could look into that. I can call around and see how much like splash pads in the area, you know, it's cost
Yeah.
typically to put in. So
What's a splash pad?
it's a water, basically a water park for kids. You know, it'd be like an addition to where kids can, you know.
Mike, it's
Slide.
Yeah, it's like water fountains, buckets, dump buckets, and
concrete where you've got, there's cheap ones and then there's really, really expensive ones. But the cheaper ones are the ones just where the water shoots up in different areas.
and
Run through
they
it.
usually like recycle the water and stuff. So it's
But the real expensive ones, the ones that have the buckets that dump, and,
yeah.
yeah, those things are huge.
So, all right, well.
But it would be very beneficial to you with your idea if you could give the park board something to work off of.
Okay.
Price projection.
All right. Well, thank you.
One thing, Mike Barth is a liaison to the park, Gary and Val are here in the back, so you want to get, or if you're going to stay for the whole meeting, get the next park board date. So
Okay.
you can coordinate that, like Mick said, and like Ron mentioned there.
Okay.
All right?
All right, thank
Hey,
you.
thank you. Okay, going on, committee reports. In your packets, you have the park board minutes for 2 meetings. If anyone has any questions for that, Gary and Val are here. Did you need to speak to anything on what's going on there? Okay. So those are in your packet.
The Personnel Committee did meet on the 14th of this month. We went over a large number of items from the employee handbook. There were some things that we made decisions on ourselves. There are many things that we have given a list to Troy to look through to hopefully give us an idea of the legality of our thinking. I have a whole list of everything we discussed. However, I'm not going to bring anything up at this point until we hear from Troy. And at that point, we'll get back together and then decide how we're going to approach the full council. And I would strongly advise everybody to kind of look through that personnel handbook. That came from another community, and we kind of retrofitted it to our own community, and there are a lot of things in there that everything that was brought up in that meeting are valid concerns that truly affect how we do things, and I would strongly recommend everybody look through that. It's really, I was surprised.
Anything else? Any other committee?
Mayor,
Yes, Ron?
on this notice that I got from you, candidates, it's Mike Barth, Mick McCraskey, and myself. My sheet says Bruce Hart, Mick McCraskey, and myself. Sidewalk committee.
Right.
We need to have a meeting, guys. So if you can stay for just a few minutes after this meeting, we'll set something up, if that's okay?
That's Bruce Hart, Mick McCraskey, and Ron Beverly.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry, Bruce, you're chair of that.
That's fine. He shot it to you, that's fine. That's good.
Well, he used to be the chair. All right, going on, we'll give the floor to our solicitor, Troy.
First thing I have is ordinance 2015-9, which is a second reading by caption only, an ordinance authorizing the village clerk treasurer to transfer funds. Resolution 2015-14, a resolution to assess streetlight millage. That's a first reading by caption only. The park agreement, and if Mike has anything to add on this, this is what we talked about before, the agreement with the school for their use of our facilities down there. Based upon the discussions we had the last time, I used our old contract and generated a new one with the new amount in there, and I think Mike was gonna try and present that or get that to the school and make sure they're okay with it. If they are, then I can bring a resolution back once we're sure that that's right, and authorizing us to enter into the agreement for that. I think Kent told me today when I talked to him that the status of the MediaCom lease, he's still waiting to hear back from MediaCom, is that correct?
Yes.
And I got a call into their district regional manager, and he hasn't called me back either to see where he stands on that contract. The school lease, so that's the $1,000 for a 5-year. It's been $1,000, we don't know for how long back. They think longer than 5, could be 10, 15, whatever. I know there's some more, utilities have gone up since then. I think we do some more work with more usage of the field and different things, more usage of the park pavilion. So I kind of picked a number and make sure you guys are all okay with it before we move it forward. There's nothing changed in the contract part of it, it's just the fee. So.
Question on the streetlight millage, is that the same?
Yes, Diane, can you go with that?
I'm sorry.
Is that the same, the streetlight millage?
That's
Is
the
that,
same as we have.
you're not gonna raise it or lower it? I know, 1 year we
2 is the
lowered it.
highest we ever got.
Okay,
That we've ever.
same
gone
as
on.
last year's, the millage.
Yes.
Okay.
So Mike, did you say what that amount was? I'm sorry.
$1,250 per year for 5 years.
Okay.
I've got some stuff.
Okay. I skipped over you, didn't I? It's not like,
Most of this just came up.
we'll have the administrator's report now.
First off, update on Industrial Drive. Barring any other unforeseen issues, he's hoping to have a bid opening August 12th with a completion date of November 1st. So if he opens them on the 12th, you guys hopefully can make the award on the 17th of August.
Great news.
We did find out from the Corps of Engineers we didn't need their permit, so that sped things up a little. As far as paving, everybody saw ODOT was in. The last I heard today, and their stories seem to change about every 10 minutes, they're planning to do the actual paving Thursday and Friday. And then along with paving, Gherkin's planning to come in Wednesday to start the 4 streets that were on my list. I did send letters out to all the residents on those 4 streets, giving them a heads up. Back to the survey on Haber Drive. He got back to me today on that. Due to the rain, and then he had a family issue that was kind of tying him up. He's hoping to get in this week to get stuff staked out there.
Where?
The rear of Haber Drive. Let's see, MHT. He is coming to town Friday to go over some ideas that we passed along and just kind of look things over in general.
Time? 11.
Oh, he did give you one, I've
I
never
was
had
gonna go,
it.
I was gonna talk during the meetings, he'll be here at 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
This Friday at 11.
yeah, he'll probably come to my office first, you know. Let's see.
I know he's gonna, real quick, if I can add to that, he wants to address Antwerp Drive and Main Street.
That's a good question this morning. As far as me tomorrow, I've got a couple out-of-town meetings, so roughly from 10 to 3:30 I'll be out of town. Otherwise, something I guess I'll need to know by the August 3rd meeting is what you want to do with general pickup, because I'll be doing that in September. So keep hearing differing versions, so I just need to know for sure by that meeting so I can get it arranged if we're having one. And
Let's discuss it.
Can we discuss one other thing first, because I think that's going to take some time.
Okay.
2 weeks ago when we were here, you discussed the flooding issues surrounding McMillan Pond, whatever it's called these days, behind Chicago Avenue, or in between Chicago and Arthur.
I have looked at some, I don't have a definitive answer for you yet about just cutting it off. There are some indications of things that we can do, but I'm trying to make sure that it got all the i's dotted and t's crossed. But what I'll do is I'll send an email around with a kind of a memo.
I don't want to see it get dropped, either
Right, no.
we don't, one way or the other.
Right.
Okay, that's all I have.
I guess before we come back to general pickup, Hickory Creek sewer job, so far so good on that. I'm hoping about another week they'll get that wrapped up. About tomorrow they'll hit some unknown. I guess,
He's had good luck so far, hasn't he?
yeah, that's what scares me. But anyway, so far so good on that. So unless something else comes up, I guess that's it for me. So if you want to talk about garbage, that's fine.
You want to open up discussion here and have some conversation on general pickup, or do you guys want to wait until the 3rd?
I think
Totally up to you.
let's discuss it now, would be my opinion, and then Ken can move forward.
Then we can we'll open up the discussion on general pickup. Who would like to start? Ron?
Leave it like we've been doing it.
That's my opinion as well.
Okay. Anyone else?
Which is 3 times a year, right? Pickup.
It's 4, isn't it?
Four.
Yeah, I count the 2 there in December. But yeah, it'd be sometime mid-September. That's what I just wanted to find out well enough in advance so I can get details worked out. I mean, I'm fine if you have it, but there again, the time somewhere saying they didn't want to do it, so I just want to get something on.
If we don't do it,
It's just
it won't be hauled out by them people themselves, it'll be left. And we need to address that with the nuisance board also.
The
So,
people who are leaving the
yes, so I think we just need to keep doing it, keep this village clean.
What does the rest of council think?
I agree.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay, well, I didn't know we had a problem.
Okay. So, everyone's in favor of leaving it the same? I'll get it. It's my prayer.
You might need it again before we're over here, pal.
My mother taught me how to do that stuff, so I can carry them. You never know. All right, we don't need any form of motion or anything for that. Everybody's agreeing, so we stay the same. Kent, you're happy with that?
Yeah, I'll start making arrangements.
Okay, let's go on to police, fire, EMS. Chief, anything?
I have nothing.
Okay. Fire?
You may see the bus sitting out back of the fire station. Our fire association bought the bus from Church of Christ. We're going to work on getting it converted over, take some seats out, put some equipment in it, replace our equipment truck.
The equipment truck being that 450 Ford? Or no, that van, that big van, okay.
And you're selling one of them.
And our Unit 501, the mini pumper, we have a potential buyer on it. We're
Yep.
working on details on that.
Good. Okay, that all?
Yep.
All right. Going on, I think we have a recommendation coming here from Lonnie.
As you guys know, we had 3 top-notch quality applicants interview for the full-time EMT position. Excuse me. And after interviewing process and lengthy discussion with police, fire, and EMS committee members, I feel it is in the best interest of the Hicksville Rescue Squad that we hire Mr. Cody Royer for this position. So at this time, I would like to ask the mayor for a recommendation to the council to proceed with the hiring of Cody.
Okay, I'll make that recommendation on your advice. We'll need a motion. Mike, Mark, motions?
And I second.
Okay, that we accept Cody Royer as a full-time EMT. Okay, roll call, please.
He's here for everybody to
Yeah.
go to.
We'll meet you, we'll have a roll call. Make sure they all vote for you.
Hart,
Abstain?
Haver,
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
Beverly.
Yes.
Barth.
Yes.
McCrasky.
Yes.
Okay, welcome. You want to come up, shake everybody's hand, be our guest. It's nice to see a good-looking young man. Dressed the part.
Congrats, Cody. Good luck. Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck. Welcome.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Okay.
Fairly sharp.
Okay, going on, we will go to the clerk treasurer's report. Diane, you have the floor.
Well, just when you thought you were done with tree critters, we got some information to notify the community to watch for the Asian longhorn beetle. And I'll pass the facts around to you council members, and we'll put something out front.
What trees are they in?
I don't know, it's on there, I think. If everything printed off.
They're gonna have to come around and cut a bunch more trees down?
These beetles only eat leaves in the fall that have fell on the ground. They eat them all.
Now, what's the concern?
Kim would like to bring them in.
Yeah, really.
Have to cut back those.
And then, I asked Dawn to prepare a second quarter utility report, which tells you our status for billing, the arrears, how much was billed, how much was collected, how much is outstanding. And then on the back of the report is the amount pumped and billed and collected. So, if you have any questions on that, I guess you should probably just ask Dawn.
Okay.
And, I guess that's really all I have. I need, Troy, I have on my desk stuff that Jay brought from the recent income tax.
And you emailed me a bunch of stuff that I got.
Did it go through?
Yes.
Okay.
And I started looking, that's a pretty major overhaul, so I started looking on it or whatever, but it'll need a little bit of time because there's some things that we have to decide. Elective pieces that have to go in there. But it's pretty well done, and she's talked about is the changes in the tax code as a result of the General Assembly passing some changes, and what the municipal league did is basically had their people get together, go through the code and put together a sample ordinance, and they got it highlighted where there's things that each village has to decide how they've been handling things all along, and so I've started that process. It's probably 50 pages long. I mean, it's pretty detailed, so.
I guess I do have something else. I wanted to ask permission to take Don Hustle out of probation.
Okay, do we need to put that in the form of a motion? I'll make the recommendation that we take her off of probation on Diane's request.
It's fine, I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Mark Hager makes the motion, Ron Jones seconds. Roll call, please.
Hart?
Yes.
Beverly? Haver?
Yes.
Bud?
Yes?
McCrasky?
Yes.
Jones?
Yes.
Okay, but going on the mayor's report, before I speak, because we have people in the audience, do you want to address anything? Tom, Sandy, I know they're working on things.
What did they come up with, you know? Is there anything definite yet?
I would say there's nothing definite. Nothing has changed, but I know there's a lot of conversation. Conversation doesn't fix the problem, but they are working hard on it. I will guarantee you that. So, but I thought I'd give you the opportunity to.
Fine, I just wanted to
But I know Mike and I know Kent, and both that they are working on.
We got some
situation.
ideas.
I say, I gave him some other stuff to think about, so I'm hoping Friday he's got.
I believe Friday he's
thumbs
coming
down or whatever on some of that.
You're meeting with the engineer on Friday, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and
I appreciate-
we'll call you, or I'll send you something so that you know.
I appreciate, you called Tom and Mike called me and, I appreciate, you said you would and you did. And
That's our job,
well, I appreciate that.
and we fall short when we don't.
Keep us at least informed a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you. Anything else? I'd like to welcome, Sheila's here. She'll be serving on council starting next year, so I'm glad to see her in attendance. Again, I'd like to thank our village employees, all departments, for the job they do for our community. And Mike Brock brought to my attention that there's a special thanks that needs to go out to all the people that helped the beautification committee remove the shrubs and stone around the park pavilion. So that was accomplished. And if I understand right, there were a lot of people involved.
Yeah, football team, Rotary, some private individuals come with their equipment, and they all came together. They weren't down there with all that stuff and manpower, everything. They did it very fast, so.
Well, that's great. I'm glad you brought it to the attention so I could make an announcement and say thank you. Is there anything else?
Mayor,
Yes?
has the person in charge of the nuisance committee, I know he's been busy, but has he had time to look at anything?
That kind of falls in my lap. So, yes. And Mike Bailey, the first process is sending a letter, and I know where the places are, and letters are being sent. And I personally have driven by and get the looks I get, which is fine. But nothing changes with a look.
Yeah.
The only time that happens when you and I, when I was a mayor, went down to that place and that fella came around real quick. Not because we pressured him, because we went personally and said, hey, we gotta clean this up. And he did. And there was no problem. So, we will continue that, and I knew where you were going with that, so thank you. And I was one step ahead because I was on top of it today. Okay, I'm not. Without that, with nothing else, then we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
The letter from Channel 15, you want to address that?
Diane put that in your packet, I missed that, but I talked to her, Michael. Yeah, I got it.
Here we go.
Thanks. Does everybody know that Channel 15 is no longer, if you do have cable?
On, that's MediaCom cable.
MediaCom cable.
Yeah, what is the deal anyway?
Each cable company, Dish TV, Direct TV, they all negotiate with the major networks if they're gonna, you know, pay to have their services. And their MediaCom has issues with Channel 15 and their affiliates to provide their station and their cable. So hopefully they can work that out. And
I figured that's what it was, because we don't have MediaCom here in Hicksville anymore, but we have it at the lake, and we don't have, we got CBS Sports on Channel 15, you know, but
right now,
I figured that was the deal, but I hadn't really called them.
the MediaCom is the only cable provider in our area. I mean, there's other companies you can go with, but if you want cable, that's who you have to use. And we've talked to other companies over the years to see if they're interested, but they don't seem to be in our size of market.
Kent, how far out are we that MediaCom should have wrote a check for that $72.50?
It's not due till November, or the contract's up in November.
Okay.
Okay, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion, Mayor.
Thank you. Ron Beverly makes the motion to adjourn. Second, please. Second. Mark Haver seconds. Roll call, please.
Haver.
Yeah.
Jones.
Yes.
Beverly.
Yes.
Price.
Yes.
Mark.
Yes.
Okay. We're done.
Yes, guys.
And everyone shake Cody's hands because one day you might be blamed.